Good afternoon, my people. How are you all doing? Welcome to today's American Truck Sim stream. Hope you're all doing well. Today, obviously, as you can tell by the title, it's also the day for our, might as well leave this here, for our £50 giveaway. That is a £50 gift card for Steam, PSN, or Xbox Live, and it starts now. It is only for those who are subscribed on Twitch or are members on YouTube. So if you are just a regular viewer or you don't fit under those labels, then unfortunately you will not be eligible to enter, but you will be able to enter the first stream of the month giveaway, which is currently set for a Train Sim World DLC. So that is it. Dan, Retro, Nilvinus, Nerd, you guys are all very, very welcome today. There will never, no, let me not say never. As it stands, there are no plans for a VIP and mod giveaway, so you'll just be waiting for a while. If that's what you're waiting for, you're gonna be waiting for a while. Alright, I think we're good to go. There's one more thing I need to do, which is just setting my steering wheel to 1080 degrees, and we'll be good to go. Oh my god, voice crack, we'll be good to go. Okay. I don't know why my mouse didn't want to connect itself with what I was trying to do. This is a nice screenshot. So we are going to be doing a convoy, obviously. Again, it's in the title. Nerd will be heading to your convoy. I really wish Nabil was here to do his pinning thing that he's very good at. But I guess I'll just make it so... Could I get it from the last stream? I wonder. Our last ATS stream. Because to be fair, routing people to the server is not the hardest thing in the world. You literally just type in cat with a capital C and click the first one. But no matter how easy you make it for some people, they just won't get it. So I'll try and find the previous one, and hopefully I can just copy and paste what Nabil wrote. That would make life a lot easier. Sit. Although I don't think, unless I do it at the exact time that he put it in the chat, I don't think I'll be able to. Nope, I found it. Luckily, he typed it in chat. What a legend. What a legend. Right, let me see if I can pin it to this current stream. Do I even know how to do that? There we go. Alright, brilliant. And I've got it favorited, so it's pretty much as simple as that for me. Thank you, Nerd. Sorry, I just saw that you posted it yourself. Thank you, mate. Right, we are now in a convoy session. Where did we end last time? Let's have a little gander. I don't think I've played since the last convoy. So we ended in Carson City, Nevada. That makes sense. I remember we were heading to Nevada. I just don't remember exactly where in Nevada. So here we are, Carson City. And I'm not going to focus on Missouri too tough, hence why I've removed it from the title completely. I will simply head to any city or town that I've yet to unlock, basically. So I guess there is a sort of aim. which is visiting every city, every new country. But I'm not making it like some sort of competition in a way. It's like that's just the aim, basically. That is what will guide what we take and where, basically. So far, it's taken us to all new territories. Now Oakland. Okay, we'll go to Oakland. It's going to be a short one. But Oakland is this one little town in this bunch that I haven't visited, and it's a pretty big load, to be honest. But we'll take it. Fertilizer spreader. Hello, CP. Doing very well, thank you, mate. How are you? Very true, nerd. Very, very true. Yes. That having another mod in that particular situation would have helped. Thank you very much for the follow, Emmanuel. Welcome on board. Why do I have this alert box error? Yes, thank you, nerd. I just saw it myself. Whoops. Stop. I think I know why. It was the alert box for the channel points, but I believe yesterday they were doubling up or something, right? So I removed it. I think there was something that I did yesterday with regards to the channel points. Right. So I definitely remember coming here with Nerd and Nabil to do our last drop off. Okay, the audio sounded super weird just then. I think I've got two separate keybinds for Euro Truck and American Truck Sim. So I need to sort that out ASAP because it's causing a lot of confusion. You're going to remove 4 wisdom teeth today. What? What? 4? Why? Although, listen, yes, it could be painful, but pain's not guaranteed. I had a wisdom tooth removed some years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and I didn't feel any pain throughout the entire process, including the healing process. Although I'm not going to lie, I actually prayed that I wouldn't have any pain because I got so much fear put into me. And yeah, God heard my prayers, so it's possible. It's possible that there won't be any pain associated with it. Whenever I tell people that story, they're always very jealous. Why are you hating on my truck? I don't get a move on. What are you waffling about? I'm getting a move on, mate. You get a move on. Where are you? Yeah, CP. Let them give you what they need to give you, my man. And when you're sitting down in that chair, just have faith that, you know, these lot know what they're doing. This is what they get paid to do. This is what they do for a living. So they know what they're doing. You're just there for the ride. Yeah, you're just there for the ride. It'll be done. You get to go home. Might feel a bit strange afterwards, and you'll be alright. Don't overthink it. A lot of the fear is mental rather than from the actual thing itself. Do Mr. 4 mirrors, yeah, all the better to see you behind me with, innit? All the better to see you behind me with, mate. Pretty optimistic, good. And you get it over and done with. You ain't gotta worry about it anymore. the hell was that? Leave free cursor mode. Use the mouse cursor to control the root advisor. Huh? I didn't click on anything. I don't think. We got like 5 more hours or 6 more hours now before this disappears anywhere, so I'm not worried, mate. Look, I'm stuck in a bit of traffic. Yeah, I'm stuck in a bit of traffic. It's what time is it? What time is it in game? 7:30. Yeah, it's the morning rush hour, mate. 7:30 a.m. It's the morning rush hour. So you know what? I'll get there when I get there. I'm not in a rush. Yeah, the job's still gonna be there for a while. I'm not stressing. You're only in front of me as well. You're not even like at the place. So what are you waffling about? What are you waffling about? What is this car doing? Now who needs to hurry up, nerd? That was a bad turn. That was a very like NPC like turn, like real life NPC. People like to barely drive. And you wonder how they got their license. That's how they usually tend to drive. What do you master waffler? I see how it is, mate. I honestly say how it is. Freight market, por favor. Fertilizer spreader. There we go. The only hope I have for this journey, other than getting there in one piece with no damage, is that there won't be any reversing necessary, be it somewhere along the journey for whatever reason, or when we get to wherever the drop-off is. Because these trailers have like 3 different like axle like turning points. And yeah, I'm not here for it. I'm just not here for it. You've got one at the back right there, and then you've got first set of wheels, and then you also the main one that hooks onto the truck. Very excessive. Very excessive. I don't know why they can't just use the European standards of using trailers with steerable axles. Maybe that, you know, this somehow makes complete sense, and you know, I just don't know enough about the topic, but you know, as it stands right now, why, bruv? Just a headache. Oh, you're right. What is your trailer doing? Oh god, I almost dropped that. What is your trailer doing? Okay, now it's sorting itself. Yeah, I need to make sure I'm getting my turns right, because boy, are we going to need to take some really, really wide ones. Really wide ones. Like that was as wide as it could possibly be. And it's only just made it so that I didn't cross the double yellows. Hello, ASR, how you doing, mate? Why is the ATS server based in Australia? Because we're using Nerd's server. And Nerd is based in Australia. Indeed, it's not AUTS. I'm sure Nerd himself would absolutely love an AUTS. I was thinking about getting an Australian TCS voice. I was messing around with my TCS settings yesterday. No, where are you? Where's he gone? There he is. Have you crashed already, no? Is that what it is? Are you stuck somewhere? Hello, Nabil. There he is. My days of asking when Nabil is are gone. What happened there? Oh, you only participating today. That's a shame. Hope you're doing alright, my man. The trailer is too big for load. What do you mean? Okay, Nabil, is it something I should have a look at right now? Sorry, Josh, on TikTok. Sorry, I completely missed your set of messages. To participate in the TikTok, sorry, to participate in the giveaway, the instructions are in the bottom left of the stream. You must be either a subscriber on Twitch or a member on YouTube. And then on Twitch or YouTube, you type in ! enter, and you'll be entered into it. Okay, Nabil, cool. I'll have a read through it later on then. You only messaged it to me recently, right? Because I went through my messages earlier today and I didn't see anything. Hold on, I got a bit of affiliate. Yeah, I think I ate too much. This is not a Simro playlist, no, this is just a lo-fi video. The same will apply for tomorrow, okay. It's a nice set of roads, you know. This is my first time seeing all of this. I'm certain this is part of some sort of rework. Must be. Currently in Nevada, ASR. State of Nevada, heading towards Oakland. What do you mean this Nevada? We're currently in the state of Nevada. That's where we are on the map. Ooh, hello. Surely there should have been like a sign or two before that corner saying there's traffic lights ahead. I mean, it's quite an excessive trailer considering what it is that we're hauling. Seems a little bit overdone. I thought Texas was all cowboys in small towns. Oh, it's really obvious that this is one of the oldest areas in ATS. Well, like I said, my man, I've never seen this bit, and I know that there has been a lot of reworking near this area, so I'm assuming this is part of the area that's been redone because it looks very different, generally speaking, to how I remember it looking when it was new. It was, but I believe it was a surrounding area as well. Well, that's because, Nabil, the oldest areas in ATS are from 2016, and the oldest areas in the UK are from like 2008, I think, or even before that. Because the UK map that we have by default in Eurotruck has just been brought in from UK Truck Simulator. Just like the default German map before all the reworks, the original German map was just brought from German Truck Sim. which is why the UK is in desperate need of a rework. It makes sense that they did the German one, and I'm with it, but I don't really understand how they've gone to do Switzerland and now the Nordic areas before the UK. Like, thank God for pro mods, right? Thank God for pro mods, and there are some other small mods for the UK map that are really, really well done. But man, you know, it sucks for all the people that are on ETS2 vanilla. There he is. If it's someone driving like a Muppet, then it means that Nerd's joined us. Hello, Nerd. Oh yeah, the Benelux area as well, which, to be fair, you know, is also in need of work. But I feel like right after the Germany rework, the area most in need of work is the UK, in my opinion. Yeah, move on, mate. Why can't I see your load? I honestly don't know. I thought you were just running empty. I honestly thought you were just running empty because you said that your load is too big. Is it a mod by any chance? Are you running any cargo mods? I mean, your trailer is bugging out here and there, but I think that's just due to the latency. You got the same as me? Oh, I don't even know what to tell you, mate. Yeah, that's when I mentioned ASR, the Nordic one. Which, that whole area was the first DLC. Was it the first DLC? It was one of the first DLCs, let me say. It was one of the first DLCs anyway. So, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Can I go? I don't see the message. Is it done? Is the check done? That was weird. Second DLC, yeah, makes sense. I keep running into you. There are some serious, what's the word? Is it even a latency issue at this point? It seems like a bigger issue. You've got all the DLCs, right? I'm wondering if this is maybe part of a DLC, like one of the cargo ones. But I believe you have all the DLCs. Or like the cargo DLCs. But the thing is, you've told me that you actually have this same load, so yeah, I don't know, mate. I do see the green light, Nabil. I didn't notice that it was red, to be honest, beforehand. But usually with those kind of things, it's all in the message. Like, they'll say whatever is being checked, please wait. And then they'll say everything is good, and then you'll hear the ding. I was waiting for that. This is a beautiful stretch of highway, though. Would this be classified as a highway? I'll just call it a road. It's gorgeous. Well, fair enough, Nerd. Sorry, fair enough, ASR. And it's not that I don't think that, you know, anything can be improved. Even as Germany has been reworked, there's more that can be done. Even as Germany has just been reworked, right? So there's always room for improvement. But my thing is, in terms of priority, in terms of what needs improving, let me not use the word priority, because obviously my priority is not what SES might consider a priority. But I think what would need an update more than the Nordic area would be the UK. The UK is not connected to anything, no, it's an island. I don't think people would be happy with that resolve, ASR. That is more so, that sounds like a very Dovetail Games way of doing things. Out of sight, out of mind. If there's nothing there for the players to complain about, the players can't complain. How long am I streaming for? I don't have a set time that I'm planning to finish at. So I can't really answer right now, but if I had to hazard a guess, I would say roughly somewhere between 2 and 4 hours from now. I could be way off, I could be absolutely on point. I don't know. This area to the right with all these trees, it reminds me of Red Dead Redemption. Like when you go up to the mountains and then there's just a bunch of rocks and some broken trees. What is that meant to be? Croydon needs to be included. The funny thing is, Nabil, Croydon has been included in Pro Mods. So, and it's been there for a while. So, you know, you never know. I'm sure there's room for it. If Pro Mods made room for it, I'm sure SES can make room for it also on the map. Not necessarily, ASR. Not necessarily. Because yes, Calais is the connection between France and the UK, or one of the connections, but it's still France. So I don't think it would be strange if SES reworked the entire of the UK, including Dover, and left Calais alone. Okay, Nabil, yes, it's Cest la vie. Thank you. I would expect the Benelux rework to have that as well, yeah. I'd expect that it would be... I mean, look, you see the effort they've put into the rework so far, right? Whether it be for American Truck Sim or whether it be for Euro. And, yeah, I have no doubt that they'll go hard when it comes to infrastructure that's relative to freight travel or, you know, border crossings and the like. See that SES are a company that I can have confidence in when it comes to upcoming updates. Not that I've heard that they're reworking a particular location and I'm thinking, oh boy, more bugs. Oh, it's going to be broken. As I'm firing shots at TSW, I will also mention Domi linked me. I haven't visited the Train Sim community website in a while, so I don't know what's going on with like the most recent mods. But Domi sent me a link earlier today to a really nice sound mod that has changed the running rail sound. And it only works on 2 routes apparently, but it's very good. It's incredibly realistic. So that's probably worth checking out. I think Fubian was mentioned in the thing, in the mod description, but it was actually uploaded by a different mod author, beginning of M. I'm gonna keep a little bit away from you, no, just so I don't hit you on your side. Not Myron, no, it wasn't Myron, it was someone else. I would have remembered if it was Myron. I want to escape the allegations. Listen, honestly, since that day, I've never got it wrong. So you helped me. So I appreciate it. If it comes at a cost of, you know, being made fun of, so be it. More good has come out of it than anything. I'm not a fan of these hidden secret traffic lights right behind corners on fairly... Sorry, no, I forgot I was going to stay away from you. Sorry, mate. Yes, Magos, thank you, Nabil. Magos, that's the one. I knew it had some G's in there. What am I saying about ATS road trip? What? As in us doing it together on like as a convoy? Or do you mean something to do with like SES themselves? Oh, the products. Well, I mean, I don't really know much about it so far. I didn't watch the live stream where they were talking about it with all the developers. I believe that was what the live stream was about. I didn't watch that. So just from the small bit that I've seen, I watched the short video. But I didn't watch the long one. I was outside. I was on my way to get Subway, funnily enough. I remember. Nerd? Okay. I'll go around. I was outside at the time. I didn't have my headphones. I couldn't watch like the full YouTube video. So no, I didn't watch the long video. Not only is the latency crazy in a build, but Nerd's trailer I can't see, and apparently I keep crashing into it on his screen because like I can't see it. You know, I will go up behind him, but I don't know where his trailer actually ends, so I'm just staying far away from it. So there's that, plus yeah, whatever else is currently going on. I need to have a look at Discord for this one. This one needs an immediate VAR check. You do need to get your butt moving. I'm gonna go ahead with you, mate. Yeah, see, that is insane. That is insane. I mean, it was really trouble from the moment that I couldn't see what you've got. So I think the best thing to do, Nerd, is just stay behind me if you can see my trailer and you can see my loads. So because you'll know how far to stop and, you know, when you've actually crashed into me. And then you're welcome to lead for the next one. But yeah, regarding what I know from the road trip update, I'm very, very, very much looking forward to it. I don't think it's going to affect the trucking experience at all. They said that they have a separate team working on it. And if their vehicles are as detailed and as good quality as their trucks, I mean, I don't see how it can be a bad thing, man. I'm very excited, actually, about the cargo. They mentioned new types of deliveries. That I'm excited about. You know, taking a car and just taking cargo, you know, that you can fit in a car or in a pickup truck and taking it somewhere. That I'm very, very excited about. So that, you know, because I feel like it would have still been cool if there was just cars and then that was it. You could just drive them, but there's nothing to do with them. That would have still been cool. But I like doing something with a purpose. So as we're doing our road trip, for example, as we're all in pickup trucks or cars or whatever it may be, we're still, you know, we're doing our road trip. We're doing whatever. We're enjoying ourselves that way, but we're also actually still moving forward with regards to like making money and building our companies. Wait, payback for what? I know I don't think the music is under too loud. I can turn the music down. It's definitely not at 150%. This truck is naturally very, what's the word? Sound proofed, if that makes sense. You don't really hear much from the cab. Yo, Willison, what's good, my man? No, I wasn't working last night, bro. I haven't really done overtime in a while, to be honest. Not really planning on doing any either. What are you saying? You think you saw me? I had an early night yesterday. It was so nice, man. I was very, very tired yesterday. I didn't have much sleep the night before. I had an early night yesterday, like 10:30, 11. I went to bed. Had a nice sleep, man. Nice sleep. Nabil, I need to start doing what you do, bro. What's very gay? Oh, is it? Who's on the Northern Line though? I used to be on the Northern Line when I was working as a cleaner, station cleaner. But I'm not on the Northern Line no more. I wouldn't mind going back to it, you know, just to reminisce a bit. Think about how far we've come. Although to be fair, I could do overtime at any station. I don't have to do overtime at my normal stations. I can just pick a station and go there. Why the emojis in the bill? What's that meant to mean? What's that even meant to mean? It's very quiet. Even like for me, on my side, it's very, very quiet. I want to turn the volume up a bit. Track was smoking. Oh, that's nothing new on the Northern Line, bro. Nothing new for the Northern Line. Was it a terminus station by any chance? Because I was working at a terminus station and we'd have it like. It wasn't something unheard of, but it was only one time that we actually had to raise an alarm, my colleague and I, because it was like, this one wasn't just like you know, like a tie, like a wisp. This was smoke, as the smoke was bellowing from under the train, and the trains were always smelling like burnt metal, always smelling like burnt metal. So I am not surprised at all. That's what you got called out for. I'm not surprised at all. I don't know why it was always so strong in Battersea. Oh, Mornings and Crescent, okay. That's an odd one. No. I'm not here for this music, bro. If I got the delay the delivery, it is what it is, but I'm not here for this music. I've got to turn this back off, man. These are muted anyway, it's not these. Is it music? Maybe it's music. Always the Northern Line, bro. It was music. It was music. I've seen a mod. I don't know why someone did this, but they did do it. I've seen a mod where someone replaced the late delivery sound with the old school Nokia ringtone. I don't really know why. That was the engine making guitar sounds. Very, very odd engine. This is a cool little area. This is unexplored as well. I think we're pretty much in reworked territory. Healthy bit of traffic over here. I've never seen a traffic jam like this without mods. (3:52 p.m) I guess it's afternoon rush hour, but we're heading towards it anyway. That's a cool little area. What, Nabil? Finally what? No, finally a traffic jam. This is genuinely the first time ever in my entire history with these two truck sims that I've seen a traffic jam like this without mods. Is it from the sound fixes pack? Maybe it is. I haven't used that for a while. I actually don't like it, you know. Well, there's one thing that really sticks out to me. What was it? Oh, was it the motorbike sounds? I think there was like a motorbike sounds add-on that I used because I had obviously motorbike AI, and it was really bad. Like, it was just too loud, and I don't know, there was a bunch of issues I had with it personally. I think there was some other stuff, there were some other things as well. Maybe I'll give it a go again. You know, and see what it is like today, because it's been some years since I last used it. But I still have it because I have it from the Steam Workshop, right? So it's always there on my mod folder, on my mod list. I just purposely ignore it. Okay, now there was actually some warning that there was a traffic light coming, so I'm not going to be upset like this one. Yes, Nabil, the Jazzy Cut motorcycles, of course. Yeah, it's a nice bit of traffic, nice bit of flair. Honestly, shout out to Jazzy Cat, man. His AI mods have held it down since the beginning. Really adds a whole new lease of life into the truck sims. Too loud for the sounds weren't mixed properly. Yes, of course they're going to be other motorbikes, but they went naturally loud. It was a loud that drowned out. Not only did it drown out everything, you know, it was way over the top, but also there was no I forgot the word. There was no Doppler effect. Well, there was a Doppler effect, but it wasn't mixed properly. So you'd hear it fading away, but even as it was fading away, you would still overpower everything else. And if I'm using an exterior view, then okay, you know, fair enough. But even as I'm sitting inside the cab, it sounded as if I was outside. Did I miss chat? What did I miss? Oh, you've increased the traffic. No way can you do that. Is that actually a thing? How? Have you gone and messed with the config files? Sorry, I completely missed you, by the way. I read literally every other chat but 2 of yours. That was ridiculous. I promise it wasn't on purpose. But I can see why it seems that way. That is so sick. That is so sick. Listen, I'm down for it. Whatever you can config and mess around with, that makes for a more immersive experience, makes things a bit more realistic. I'm down for it. I had no idea you could do that. No idea. I wonder if you could do it on a per time basis. So, you know, like the way the mods for traffic are set up, the traffic differs depending on the time of day. Is that something that you'd be able to mess with, or is it only like, can it only be like a static change, if that makes sense? Only on servers. I don't hate you. It does go on per what time of day it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it would be pretty cool to have, you know, increased traffic, you know, during rush hour, for example, and then maybe at night time you'll only see a few cars about here and there. Or I don't know if you can, if you take like there's one particular mod that I use. I forgot what the author of it is. It's CIF, like CIF, I think, or something like that. But I wonder if you can take a mod that is for that and kind of like see what changes it applies, and just copy that. Bro, this whole thing is like the gas industry. This is so sick. It's like one massive industry. They've even got like their own little fire station. That is so sick, man. I love little details like that. I think there was a similar one wherever it was that we ended the stream by driving on the sea. I have been here already though, apparently, judging from the video thing at the end. Is this the one by the sea? Is this one where we were at? No, it can't be, because I haven't delivered here yet. This is new. But somehow I've already explored the camera thing. It's purple. That doesn't really make much sense. I was pushing to the sea here, so how come Oakland hasn't been discovered yet? For me on the map. It makes sense because we were exploring the new bridge and everything. It makes sense that we have been in. This is the place. It's just really weird that the map hasn't, the city itself hasn't been marked off. Sort of parking doesn't want. That donkey on his side. Why have you got a donkey on the side of your truck? Ah, so people know who's driving it. Fair enough. Missouri DLC, is it? If that's what you if that's how you want to explain it. Whoa! I mean, you can say I was late, but to be honest, like there was actually nothing more I could do. The only time I had to stop was I stopped once to change the volume of the music, and then the other time was to turn the game music off. Well, at least Oakland has been discovered now. Frack Tank to Arizona. It's around here as well. It expires very soon. But it's in this area. So with a bit of going a bit quickly, I should make it to the front of this whole area, the front gate, take the job, and then come back and get it from wherever it is. Hey, there's no need for that. There's no need for that. Oh, snap, there's a gate here. There's no need for that at all. Only took us 20 in-game minutes. Decent. Wait, who's we? Are you in there, Bill? Are you playing? Also, the weird thing is, I saw your chat on OBS first on the screen, and then I saw it in Twitch chat. That was really weird. Yeah, I don't know who that twat is, no. Oh, that's a shame. Sorry to hear about that, man. No, Bill, you made me hopeful, man. You gave me hope. You sold me a dream. It's very interesting. I drive really slowly, mate, just for you. Hello, Tommy. I didn't crash into him the first time to be crashing into him again. His trailer was just crashing into itself. Yeah, join in, bro. If you can. Obviously, I don't know why, you know. I haven't read your message yet. I want to see if I'll be able to see your trailer this time. Properly, yeah, I can. You ain't got to flex on us that hard, bro. You ain't got to flex on us that hard. Oh, it's released, has it? What time is it? 3 o'clock. Why is it only seemingly Dovetail that can't release stuff, updates and DLCs earlier than 5? But to be fair, they do release updates before 5 o'clock, right? When it comes to game updates. It's just DLCs that don't have that. I'm curious to try it. I'll probably give it a go later on today, just to check out the performance, because I played it on Monday, I think, Monday evening, and bro, the performance was so bad, so bad. So they said that there's some fixes and performance optimizations in the patch notes. I'll be the judge of that. Because bear in mind, I'm playing at 1440p now, and I was getting better performance at 4K. I'm not excited for it. I actually even forgot that was part of the update. But I think I'm going to be driving it tomorrow. But I can't exactly say I'm excited for an unlicensed vehicle. Although before long, just like with the Citaro, there's gonna be mods that will add the logo onto the bus, add the logo onto the steering wheel. I mean, if we're talking good in terms of, you know, the models and the sounds. I mean, the models are not. No, why are you trying to crash into my trailer for? If we're talking nice in terms of the modeling, I think the modeling's always been okay, but that's not really what we want from a bus sim. Of course, we want the model to be okay, we want the model to be nice, but more than anything, we want sounds to be on point, physics to be on point. You get it? Like, you want things that will make you actually feel like you're driving a bus. That's the whole point of the bus sim. Otherwise, I'll pick a bus driver and start playing that instead. Or play GTA 5 and then drive a bus in GTA. What is this guy doing? I mean, I don't know, Nabil, like, I guess maybe the textures they use could be a bit better. If I'm going to be nitpicky. But I can't say that I've got a very specific and particular issue with the modelling of any of the buses, to be fair. Maybe that just comes down to me not really... Like, I'm not around buses, right? I don't look at pictures and videos of buses all day, so maybe there's little details here and there that I'll miss, but there's nothing that's actually stuck out to me. 32.95 is ridiculous, man. I mean, yeah, maybe you're paying a premium to drive in such a detailed map, a detailed and realistic map. But realistically, that's not good. That's not going to be worth more than 30-40% of the entire price. Again, it's a bus sim. What matters above everything, before the map, before everything, are the buses themselves. And how the game simulates being a bus driver. They've banged it, I think. Well, let me not say they've banged it, but they've done a very, very good job with relative to passengers. Again, very good job with regards to the map. I love the telemetry, the fact that I can have the bus computer live on my iPad. You know, nice little feature. There's little things like that, right? Passengers leaving rubbish. But I need the bus to feel good. Because OMSI ends up being a better sim with worse graphics, worse map details, worse passengers. Not to say that any of those things are bad in their own right, just compared to what we have in the bus, they're worse. But OMSI ends up excelling simply because the actual bus driving experience is elite. That name rings bells. It rings a bell, but maybe I'm thinking about a different one. I could be thinking about a different one. No. Could you remind me, please? I haven't got any more space in my storage on my hard drive. Too many map pics. Can't see much, but it does look nice under the cover of darkness. Okay, yes. I feel like it was a name that you mentioned before when talking about OMSI 2 mods, yeah. What about him? knows to be was a truck driver in reality, he would definitely be like a criminal one. Speeding, smuggling goods, going over his driving time. Okay, Nabil, so what, were there like arguments? Or let's talk about the Hamburg DLC. So they were talking about it from what standpoint? Because I don't think any pictures or videos have been released, right? As far as I know. So were they just talking about it from the point of quality as a principle? Oh, there are tons. Really? I haven't seen anything. Okay, so first thing first, Helicon Media are behind Hamburg DLC then, because all I knew was that Rivet went. You said that they went when I thought that was the case. Okay, and so there are flaws then and issues and what everything that we're pretty much sick and tired of seeing and hearing about as gamers. That would be interesting. So did the conversation take place in like as a video, or is it all text based? No, you're leaving a trail of chaos behind you, mate. Text in German. Okay. I'd love to see like a translated version of that. I don't think Discord can do that, can it? To like translate text for you. Would be a nice feature. I mean, if you think it's worth it, then by all means go ahead, man. But I wouldn't ask that from you. It sounds like a lot of work. Or you can just, with Copilot, I don't know about ChatGPT, but with Copilot, can't you not just? I'm trying to think of it if there would be a way to do it like all in one go. But I don't know if there would be. ChatGPT do it like that though? Well, to be fair, I guess in Discord you could just highlight the whole chat and then ask ChatGPT to translate it in the same format. Not a little one, but you can do chunks though, right? You can do chunks. Yeah, don't feel obliged, bro. I mean, like I said, you know, you think it's worth it though. You think it's worth it, so you know, go ahead, bro. It sounds like, I can't imagine that being a short conversation, that's the thing. Okay, cool. So I need to read that, and I also need to watch. Can you link it to me again if you don't mind after you do the translating? The road trip video. Because I'm sure there are a lot of details that were mentioned and information released that I've got no idea about. If there's a way that I can have it as TTS, that would be great. So I can just have it read to me as I'm driving. Then I can just, then you guys can hear it, and then we can discuss it. We're holding up a lot of traffic. Just slow down and let me pass. I don't understand. I'm not gonna go over the limit for you. Raw DC, hello mate, how we doing? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Industry looks really nice in the nighttime. The lighting is perfect. Check the Discord. It's on the Discord. Nice. Hey, listen, I do it safely, innit, so I get a pass. Can you make, if you were to input text into ChatGPT, could you make it say what you've written, what you've inputted? Hey, no, so far today, mate, you're the only one that's had crashes. Getting hit from behind and all sorts. On my side, everything's been clean, mate. I mean, you keep saying that, but I mean, you can watch the stream back, and you know it tells a different story. Okay, Nabil, is that why you're putting it as a text file then? I like how ChatGPT is developing, even like the free version. Look at that sirens. Alright, dummy. Yeah, but it's edited though, nerd. You know, it's Photoshop. You could have just stuck any. You could have just taken my name from gameplay, from a screenshot, and then copied it over into that image, where you know you reversed back into traffic. I mean, Nabil, I just hope that Chris is I call him Chris, is able to articulate himself well, and so that it doesn't come off as like, you know, an argument or, you know, like anything of that sort. I feel like with the way companies like to be, you have to almost tread on eggshells to get your point across, even if you're in the right. Is this a cop car behind you? Is this a cop car that I heard? It's not. I'm sure it was you, nerd. They were coming after you. I could have edited the VOD, eh? Oh, what about all the witnesses? Can I edit them too? I can bribe him, right? Listen, man, I'm already giving 50 quid away. That already, as it is killing me today, so I'm not exactly in a position to be bribing. Thank you very much for the harsh stop. I now know how Nabil feels when I used to do it to him. I did hit you because you just slammed on your brakes. Yes, you did. My voice cracks again. I just need to stop talking, I think. It's not really helping my point. You stopped, like, suddenly. I only started slowing down because the cars beside you started slowing down. And you just kept going at the same speed and just suddenly just stopped. Bad driver, nerd. Bad driver. I'll teach you. I'll teach you. We'll go through some lessons. And, you know, I'll lead you through the basics, and then we can go into the more advanced stuff later on. I do not have bad ping. I don't know what is my ping. I wish you could just see it off the bat. Is there not a button I can press to like see people's details? Not private details, obviously. Oh, it's F4. One day, you're gonna get me with it. Because for a split second, I thought, oh, before sense came for me. And took me away from that situation. Where's Tim gone? He didn't know that I knew it was him on YouTube. He's gone silent. Don't hit the barrier, nerd. We don't want to do that, mate, would ya? Oh, these are some poor high beams. Oh, God. I need to get like a light bar ASAP. But the thing is, this truck doesn't really suit a light bar. It's too, like, clean for a light bar. I'm not gonna barrier here. There is a lot more red paint on the barriers around the US than there is grey. And he just crashed into a truck. Very demure. Very classy. It's like you keep causing accidents, nerd. You forget that you're driving, like, how the hell were you driving triples? You're cutting people off with like a 10-foot trailer. How on earth were you doing anything with triples? That must have just been like pure luck. And a lot of it too. Because it's funny. What do you mean because it's funny? We need to get you on rec first, mate. I need to get myself on rec. I need to get myself on BeamNG. Now they've got like a cool little rally mode going on. I think if I can catch BeamNG at like maybe like a tenner. If I can catch BeamNG at a tenner, I might go for it. Three makes me feel like you're towing something. Your truck is slow as hell. Anything you pull feels like you're pulling something. Hard to tap and drive? No, it's not. Is that your excuse now? Well, I would hope so, considering she doesn't drive trucks. I think we're going to see pickups like that. Something with some character. I'm going to be interested in seeing what brands work with American Truck Sim or work with SCS for like cars. Thank you, Nabil. Do you think it's something that I can read as I'm driving? No, I'm unable to overtake you now because you're going like 150 over the limit. But the minute like the limit goes up to like 80, I'll go right past you like it's nothing. Now you want to distract me with a drink of water? No worries, mate. 60,000 characters, yeah, it's alright still. That's like a whole journey, end to end, of reading. I need a TCS. There's like a service. I wonder if I just search for it on Google, I can just find one. The thing is, I'm gonna need it to distinguish the names of who's saying what, or use like a different voice or something. I don't know what you've done here, nerds, but this is definitely your work. It's funny, isn't it? When you're like 100 miles ahead of me or behind me, the AI are always, you know, going along, trundling, minding their own business. The minute you're within a mile ahead, cars are flipped over, cars are going the wrong way, there's cars with their hazard lights on, there's a massive traffic jam. Can't be coincidence, can it? Doesn't mean asks him. I'm going the speed limit. Well, I had to exceed it just then to get past that guy and make it for this turn. I'm just going the speed limit, lad. Thank you, Nabil. When we get to wherever we're going, I will do a little search for it so that I can play it for the next journey. Oh right, but that's different though. I don't want to play it through chat. I want to just input text into like a site, for example, that does that, and do it that way. DTG train on the bridge. What made it a DTG train? I didn't see it under the cover of darkness. I saw its shadow. Oh, because it was stopped right. It must be a red light bug. Let me see what you said as well in a note to me before. Oh, snap! Wait! Already? Okay, we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Right, opening a text file on my phone is a bit of a nightmare, but open with Copilot. Can it read it to me if I open it with Copilot? Yes, read aloud. Oh my god, I can read aloud. Okay. So can I do that on the PC then? I do it on my phone, so I don't see why I wouldn't be able to do it on here. Okay, so it's not making it as easy. Pilot can't do it. No one here anyway, but I can do it on the phone. How does that make any sense? Let's try ChatGPT. Look at that, Copilot says, sure, I can do that for you. There's levels. There's levels to AI. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to, it's analyzing it. It offers you a nice bunch of options, you know. Do you want it to read the entire thing? Do you want it to summarize and like just mention key points? And what was the third option? Convert it into a convert it into a voiceover script for a video or stream. Huh. It looks like the tool I used tried to connect to an external server, Google Text-to-Speech, but this environment doesn't have internet access. No worries, though, I can generate the audio right here without needing to connect online. Give me a moment to handle it locally. Bro, it turned it into a .wav file. .wav. But then it said file not found when I tried to download it. Does it know what it's doing? It created the file for me, but I can't download it. File not found. Natural readers.
A gentle melancholy weighed on her.
I understand, and I'm here to help sort that out.
Give me this voice. Don't tell me I have to sign up to it or
I understand,
something.
and I'm here to help sort that out for you.
Get started for
Let's
free.
go through the details together, and we'll have it taken care of in no time.
For personal use. Drag and drop your files, okay?
Ah, 10/04/2025, 1756. Not even a rare updates, but incompetence of the devs to actually make something better, thinking that everything will be fixed with updating UE to newer version.
Thinking that everything will be fixed with updating UE to newer version when it wasn't necessary and they could achieve same thing on UE4.
Thinking that everything will be Thinking that everything will be fixed with updating UE to newer version when it wasn't necessary.
Okay, I'll wait for your one without the dates on it. I think that'll be better. I don't know if I'd want a Gordon Ramsay voice, to be honest, nerd. Just be a bunch of shouting and screaming and cussing me. Have you sent it over? You have, thank you.
Not even the rare updates but incompetence of the devs to actually make something better. Thinking that everything will be fixed with updating UE to newer version when it wasn't necessary and they could achieve same thing on UE 4 and UE 5.2, just needed to focus on doing something right. BeamNG is actually 10 years in alpha, but the devs put their effort into making every update and it's a really good game. Volker Halicon Media. Not sure why you use the word incompetence. Are you an UE expert? The move to newer UE version has reasons, e.g. other and new features. Incompetence because of not making things better.
Are you a
After
UE
4
expert?
years,
It's
the
already
game
a
is
problem,
at
as
standstill.
asking those
Only
sort of
new things
questions
are
is
maps
telling a
and
lot
new
about your
vehicle
character.
every 8 months and occasionally every 2 years something big. People who would actually be interested in other things than profit would learn in a span of a year more than whole development team did in 4 years. I understand you have to defend it, but after that much time I can't say anything else. Also, the game is not worth its price. Maybe 1/3 would be more justified and not raising its price now.
Facts.
Also, I love the weak argument that you have to be an expert to judge something. It's like if a chef served me a poor dish and I couldn't argue with him because I'm not a chef.
Very
Volker
good metaphor.
Halicon Media.
I like that.
I am not defending. I just think I have a different background. So I know why the updates to newer UE versions were made. And I am not an UE expert, to be clear. That is why I ask if you are one. At least me little knowledge allows me to understand the updates to newer UE versions. Volker Halicon Media. I'm not the defender of TML, but I imagine we know the background a bit. And we think 4 years is a long time for an EA. However, I also wouldn't have thought 2 years ago that we'd need more than 2 years for the HHDLC. Grizzly92 in response to Volker Halicon Media. Yeah, Useless ones. The only real reason was to get rid of world repositioning to make multiplayer implementations possible, or at least way easier. And no, I wouldn't call myself a UE expert, but what TML builds with it is and remains subpar. That you see it differently is obvious, since Tourist/Fern/Thebus all share the same base and you want to make money with it. Objectively, though, the game has nothing to offer and has the wrong priorities, especially when it comes to modding. Grizzly92. Completely aside from that, they have one or more C++ developers in-house. Engine limitations can easily
Hello, Dan.
be
How you doing,
bypassed
mate?
with your own programming effort. Grizzly92. If even I, as an autodidact, can implement complex graphics, sound, and physics functions, TML should have been able to do that long ago. That doesn't require any engine updates. That's just a we'll wait until others do it so we don't have to attitude. Volker Halicon Media. Of course I see it differently. The UE update was, for example, a prerequisite for the meta-humans, which are coming soon. The original characters were very reminiscent of The Walking Dead. But that's just one example. I have nothing against criticism, it's also valid for the bus. What irritates me a bit are sweeping statements like incompetence, especially when one doesn't really know why certain UE versions were chosen. And, to make it clear, we also only know part of the reasons. Grizzly92. The question is whether the meta-humans system is even needed. We're in a bus simulator. In Sims or RPGs, I'd understand the necessity, but not in a bus sim. And that's exactly the point. Feature creep and weird priorities that have no real relevance but sound good on paper. Like chromatic aberration, which the game still drags along by default because it's a post-processing effect you can enable. Because, as we all know, more is always better. Volker Halicon Media. Fortunately, it's not our decision. People are certainly not the killer feature, but I still think it's good that there's an improvement in that area. Grizzly92. Yes, no question. But wouldn't there be a need for improvement in more important areas? It's like the house system, which they've worked on for years. Practical if you're creating some fictional streets. But in a simulation where you're moving through a realistic map, it's absolutely not productive. Especially since we can't forget that the meta-humans system doesn't automatically A. Deliver better visual results. B. Offer better performance. All of this depends on the developer's skills, and in my opinion, there's a strong need for improvement there. Can we also talk about how the game wants to leave early access for the full version this year, yet we still don't have vehicle modding or vehicle AI? But yet, we need MetaHumans XD. Volker
Another
Halicon
XD.
Media. Christian, I can tell you that with the house building tool in HH, we created about 300 to 400 objects that look absolutely authentic. Of course, we had to build additional assets for that. In HH, almost all the houses have steps at the entrance. In Berlin, there are fewer. In Speicherstadt, we created absolutely authentic new buildings through combinations. The warehouses were built individually because they are all different. AI vehicles.
Thank you, Nabil.
I'm with you
Hello
on
again,
that.
Tim.
I hope it will come in the near future. The same goes for the vehicle editor. These are absolute priorities for me personally, more important than an economic system. Grizzly92. Yes, and that's how unrealistically it looks. But the fact that you're willing to accept compromises in quality isn't exactly unknown. The dynamic of a city can only be captured by building as individually as possible. Putting a house together from elements and coloring it is just crap, nothing more. There's a complete lack of dynamics, for example dirt on the plaster, individual shop windows downstairs, etc. Not to mention individual window designs, mailboxes, house numbers, and so on. Volker Halicon Media. We've built about 250 assets, for example, all the possible windows you can find in HH. By the way, we'll make them available to the community for the house building tool after release. I'm not sure if you've ever worked with the tool. Individual shop windows are generated through cube maps. There's a large selection in Unreal. The downside of the tool is more about asymmetric shapes, which you often can't achieve just by putting things together. That's where the limits are. BTW, Epic is actually building something in that direction. But for that, you need UE 5.2 or higher. Volker Halicon Media. But don't worry, I'm not trying to convert you. No one has to like the business. Criticism is legitimate, as long as it's well-founded. I can understand some things, but others, not so much. Crisley92. There's a large selection in Unreal. But there's no Aunt Emma shop at Hermann Friedrichstrasse 32A, which is well known in the residential area. And that's the point. Just take a look at the assets I gave you for Berlin back then, and then look at the counterpart from TML in the bus. There are qualitative worlds between them. One is half-assed generic crap with the same cube maps in Waldorf Astoria compared to the shopping building across the street. The other has carefully retouched textures, where almost every window is individual. You always wonder why OMSI is still running, even though you said years ago it would be replaced. That's the reason. OMSI can't be replaced when it comes to detail level, and TML won't manage that by switching to metahumans. This level of detail, the depth of simulation, and the focus on that are the reasons for its success, and also why OMSI has hundreds of people playing at the same time, without multiplayer. While the bus maybe has 10 playing, with multiplayer. I'll install it again tonight and gladly show you the differences if needed. Volker Halicon Media. Berlin is not our project. I wouldn't call something like that half-assed crap. Volker Halicon Media. Christian, let's agree to disagree. What we're doing there is all half-assed crap. I gladly admit it. 2 years of work, hundreds of objects, countless hours of half-assed crap. How nice that you don't have to buy it. But, maybe there'll be buyers for the half-assed crap, we'll see. Crisley92. So the invested work time is now the key to quality? Just because it takes a long time, doesn't make it good. If the work is, especially compared to other projects, clearly worse, then it's just worse. What's there to judge? If your work stood on its own, I'd understand your point. Then you'd define the bar others have to aim for. But the bar was set so high in OMSI, Tramsim, and even Lotus, that, and this is not about subjective feeling, but objectively comparable facts, the bus and, by extension, your developments don't even come close. And yes, of course, there will be buyers. But with more attention to detail, you could get a lot more buyers. From a purely business perspective, this might be irrelevant to you, because you have to balance the time spent. But you're on an enthusiast server here, where people are discussing the size of the fog light cutout, and you think you're making an impact with the screenshot above? If this were an OMSI DLC, you'd be laughed at for this implementation. Volker Halicon Media. Isn't it great that you don't have to buy it? And I think the many people out there are smart enough to make up their own minds. Sure, this is OMSI land. But that's why we are still creating content. Grizzly92. Come on, Volker, seriously, you're not looking at the pictures, comparing both, and thinking, yep, this is awesome and realistic, are you? Volker Halicon Media, November 4th, 2025, 14:35. Of course we compare. Every Friday we do a dev diary, and where it makes sense, we also show pictures from street view. Grizzly92. That doesn't answer my question. Volker Halicon Media. I do compare and make my own judgment. Whether it's particularly awesome, well, there are other things that come to mind. Grizzly92. And you don't notice that the lowered curbs of the parking spaces are missing? You don't notice that there's a grass strip instead of sidewalk tiles forming the boundary between the street and the parking lot? You don't notice that the trees are in the asphalt and not on the green area? You don't notice that the scaling of the windows on the building in the background is completely wrong? You don't notice
The bill
that the
explained it
arrangement
above
of the windows,
that.
roofs, skylights,
Scroll up a little bit,
towers,
chat.
and basically all the details of the building in the back are nothing like the original? Even a backdrop with a photo texture would look better, and I'm pretty sure everyone would agree with me here. Folger Halicon Media. And you don't notice that these are WIP images? Good grief. No, seriously. Half-assed crap is deeply disrespectful. You can write that if you want, but I'm out then, because that's not a good foundation. Grizzly92. We both know that it won't be reopened to fix that. Folger Halicon Media. The things are from October. But let's leave it. I'll just consider this as us not being on the same page, to put it kindly. Grizzly92. I also want to make it clear here that the term half-assed crap referred to TML's building interpretations on the 100 compared to the OMSI models you're using. I didn't accuse you of that. The objects are mine, and I obviously argue just as much in favor of my work as you argue for yours. You alone referred to half-assed crap in connection with your content. Folger Halicon Media. Okay, then I actually misunderstood that. But I still don't think this discussion is fruitful. Grizzly92. It's not, that's true. Because for that, you'd have to shift a bit towards my direction, which you can't do morally and from a business standpoint.
Precisely.
It's not a big deal, no one
It's not
holds
the
that
conversation
against
itself
you.
that's fruitless. It's the
But don't
response to the
expect me to
conversation.
present objectively bad content as good just because a lot of time went into it or the use of the house building tool was presented as an upgrade. For you. It may still be one, but for all simulation fans who care about realism, these things are a massive downgrade. Some people here even pay attention to the fact that the timber framing of a half-timbered house is technically accurate. You guys just shove a generic window element into the house tool and call it done. Grizzly92. Reminds me of traffic signs in the Thuringian forest. You can take a look at Folger's work to see what's going wrong there, instead of trying to play the mediator here. Grizzly92. It will start with the fact that the sign dimensions are wrong. Folger Halicon Media. You can see that? Wow. Grizzly92. No. But it will be measured. Not by me. But by others here. Folger Halicon Media. Christian, seriously now. Stop with this crap. Someone was on site and measured everything possible for 2 days. Grizzly92. When I look at the building from Hamburg, I can't believe that. It may be true for this one sign. Folger Halicon Media. Good grief, the objects from Hamburg were pulled from the Hamburg geoportal. They are accurate to the centimeter, but I guess that's not the case with them. It's coming soon. Grizzly92. The floor plan, sure. Otherwise, it would be hard to fit into the built streets. Folger Halicon Media. Christian, seriously now. They have the city center in 3D, the dimensions are accurate. Grizzly92. But the facade of that thing is anything but realistic. Folger Halicon Media. Exactly. Image. These jerks from the geoportal. Maybe you can advise them? Grizzly92. How about you compare it to the building right next to it? Folger Halicon Media. I admire your knowledge and expertise, even the layman can only gape in awe. And that's what I'm doing right now. Crisley 92. Come on, compare the one on the right. Less talking, more facts on the table. Image. Image. Volker Halicon Media. Does WIP mean anything to you? Crisley 92. Do you officially promise me here that it will have the same level of detail as the building on the left by the release? Volker Halicon Media. What you see there is the Zoll Museum, which is located further to the right. It was placed there because the actual building wasn't finished yet. Volker Halicon Media.
Are we close to getting to the end of it in a
Go get
build?
some fresh air, could do you good. I'm not in the mood for this whining on a Friday afternoon. When I write placeholders, dumb remarks get made. I don't need that. So, have a nice weekend, enjoy the weather. They say it's going to be 20 degrees C. Crisley 92. Funny. Like a little girl. I don't understand what your problem is. I say this is better and agree with what you were trying to prove, and also mentioned that the building in the background still needs to be done properly so the skyline fits. Exactly the constructive criticism you want, and it's still not right. This is old industry, so it's possible that the buildings are that big. The number of steps might not fit, but I'm not going to criticize that too much, especially if you don't drive right by it. But from a distance, it should look decent enough so that the immersion works. And for that, the building behind with the towers also needs to be done right. But unfortunately, none of this helps with the bus graphics. With proper, high contrast lighting, it might look a little better.
And it ends there. Okay. So, first of all, shout out to anyone in Volker's position for actually having a conversation like that. It's very rare these days that you'll find anyone in that position having a sort of conversation with somebody from the community. And there were some things that were said from Halicon's side that I understood. But I think a key part of that conversation was when it was said that the conversation was fruitless. And the only reason it was fruitless was because of the attitude that Halicon had to the criticism. Some of it to me seemed a little bit OTT, but for the most part it was valid. And I think, yes, I understand, like Christian himself said, there's got to be some defending naturally done from Halicon's side, right? But I think it would also be appropriate to just say, yes, this isn't one-to-one as per reality. But let's say perhaps maybe they were going for, maybe we were going for immersion, but we weren't going for one-to-one. Maybe, do you get it? Maybe justify, because at the end of the day, it sounds like there were images provided, during that conversation, and so the evidence was there on the table, right? That this thing isn't as good as it could be or as it should be. And I think it would have been an appropriate response, like I said, to just say, yeah, we're aware that it's not an absolute one-to-one scale exactly as per real life, but these were all the tools that we had access to. This is the only thing we could do with the game as the game's been given to us. So, we do understand that there is some limitation, but this is the best it can be with the tools we have. Something along those lines. I should wrap that Model 3. Don't be a hater. Thank you. No, but yeah, please do, because I haven't seen any images at all. I'm sorry that you haven't had a great day, King, at work. It's only the middle of the week though, my man. So plenty of time to turn it around. Right, Arizona at last. Got a big old screen in there. It's like a little TV. It's an off topic, thank you. So basically, it's what I was saying. It's not an exact one-to-one exactly how it is as per real life. However, in my opinion, just from looking at those screenshots, that's very good work. You can easily, if you know Hamburg, if you live in Hamburg, you can easily know exactly where you are if somebody plots you right in that point in the game. And I'm just talking about those screenshots in particular. I haven't seen anything else. With regards to those particular screenshots, I think it would be appropriate to say, yes, we understand it's not exactly one-to-one, but this is the best we could achieve with the tools that we have, rather than trying to defend something for the sake of defending it. It's like one of those arguments or those debates back in school where the teacher gives you a topic and then the teacher chooses one to be on this side of the argument and then someone else to be on the other side of the argument, regardless of what you believe or how you feel, and you have to defend the point, you have to defend your argument. It felt a little bit like that. Hey, Holy Trucker, it's going pretty well, thank you, mate. How are you doing? It's good for frame rate. When you say it's good for frame rate, are you saying that you had some performance issues before and you no longer have them? Or you already had decent frame rates and this new boss didn't make them worse? If that makes sense. Because I played on myself on Monday and I had a horrible experience with regards to performance. An absolutely horrible experience. I'm looking forward to it, Tim. I know to be cautious, so I think I will watch some gameplay. If it's looking not as great as the trailer put it out there to be, then I'll stay away from it. Otherwise, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't think it's going to be a day one purchase. I'm going to wait a little bit and wait for reviews, watch videos, watch gameplay. And then I'll make my decision after that. Yeah, Dan, I know Dan's got some experience with Subway Sim 1, I guess. He's got good things to say about it. I mean, even like the map alone is good, but then even like the feature sets look really good. I have heard some things about the actual gameplay, so I just want to be a bit cautious going into it. Please, I hope the TSW style approaches end there. I don't want any more TSW style approaches. Other than perhaps the ability to walk around. Is that a feature? I actually don't know. Can you walk around in that game? The starters have gone. I was dealing with a lot more than starters, my friends. A lot more than starters. The general frame rate was bad, and then there was starters on top to make it worse. And I put it on, started off on ultra because that's what I was playing on 4K and it was fine. So something's gone wrong along the way. I'm now at 1440p, maxed out. Wasn't really growing great. Okay, so I've now turned down the settings down a bit. Nothing changed. The frames barely improved. Then I use, it's not called DLSS, but whatever, they have their own thing of it. It's basically DLSS. I use that on quality, no difference, but the steering wheel looked like crap. Then I used it on its performance setting. Everything looked like crap. The windows, the mirrors were ghosted, horrible graphically, visually, and the performance had barely improved, barely. So something was, at least, hopefully, fingers crossed, something was very, very wrong. And I'm going to see tonight whether that's been sorted out or not. Oh yeah, we knew there was another Class 66, so that was already, we knew that information from the last roadmap, I think it was. I don't think there's any speculation about that. My hope is that the crew route will bring us a new freight train for the UK. I'm gonna do. Let's say one more. Let's say one more. There's a very small chance that we'll do 2 more, but for now, I'm just gonna say 1 more. But it could be a long one, depending on what areas I've explored. It could be a long one, so I can't see. Oh, it's there. I couldn't see it. It's too bright. I can't see where the thing is. It's there. I see one corner of it. Okay, there's a truck one. That was the trailer one. This is the truck one. Just wait till I see a green. I don't think we can get green from that though. That's a horrible. Pulled in horribly there. It's very, very bright. Not the best lighting from ATS. Oh, I actually had it just then. I was gonna go all the way back. Okay, Nabil, I'll do that. I got an achievement for finishing 50 deliveries. How have I only reached 50 deliveries? I'm level 27. I'm level 27. How have I only just done 50 deliveries? Right, Nabil, we are in Arizona. The top of Arizona at Page. Right now. And we'll do this one. We'll take a job to Nebraska. I was trying to get it from the NE, but I had no idea. Nebraska, we've got Nebraska in the game. Since when? Clearly I haven't explored it much. I've driven through here and that's it. Let's go to Nebraska. We're taking propane. No, please be careful. We're hauling propane. Wouldn't want anything to happen to you, mate. Rolling the truck over and all sorts. I think it's from here as well. Yeah. It's an urgent delivery. So to be fair, no, you might have the right idea, speeding along for this one. And hazard class 2. I will be sticking to speed limits still though, but it is an urgent one. Where is it? That's all the way back and around, okay. Bro said, let's go. What in the world happens in Nebraska, bro? Bro, you're in the US. You live in the country and you don't know. I have never heard of anything going on in Nebraska. Now, what is Nebraska known for? Being cold? Is it cold up there? I feel like it's cold there, right? I don't know, Nabil. There's too many states that they ended up getting bored and just naming them whatever. That's the only like reasonable explanation I have. That a lot of these places are just named out of boredom. But half of Texas, or not Texas, Arkansas, half of Arkansas is just first names, people's first names. Oh my god, this fella's only gone and got a double. Let's go, boys. Being flat at 90% corn. There's another state that's known for corn, ain't there? I know there's one known for potatoes. Are you a YouTube member? No, you gotta be a YouTube. Holy Trucker. You gotta be a YouTube member to enter the giveaway on YouTube. It doesn't cost anything to read. It doesn't cost anything to read. Many people read, and I don't know why. I think it's quite a lot of text there to kind of grab your attention. Aside from the steering wheel and the road, you know. It's probably important. It's probably important. And also, please don't do giveaways for DLCs of games that you don't own. And yes, there's a reason why I have to say that. I didn't think I ever needed to say that. I wouldn't have thought I would have ever needed to say that, but please. When we do the TSW DLC giveaway, please actually own TSW before you enter the DLC giveaway. You can't have downloadable content for a game you don't own. How can you have content for a game you don't own? Bro's got a double trailer overtaking on a bend with traffic coming the other way. And I'm the bad driver. I'm the terrible one apparently. Look at this. Look at this. Look, I'm the bad one. The trailer's a beauty. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Credit where credit is due. The trailer is a beauty. The driving, however, well, you know, well, the driving's there, you know? It'll get you from A to B, I guess, if you're fortunate. I'm the one that crashes a lot, eh? Oh, is that your excuse? Oh, okay. Okay. So, because in the UK we drive left, let me go to France and drive on the left. Let me go to the French motorway, the French highway, and drive on the left. I need to turn these lights on, and I need to like find a moment to like go and turn it off, go turn it on. It's getting dark in there. It is an urgent delivery. You are right. Much going on here, is there? At least you got some greenery on the right. Sherman Hill vibes, absolutely. Where does Sherman Hill take place, and what state? Is it Arizona? It's not Arizona, is it? In Sherman Hill, thank you, man. Nice one. Cheers. Cheers a bunch. Bro got it spot on. Bro banged it. Takes place in Sherman Hill. I need to stop at a red. Whoa! What was that? Ah, it could be Wyoming, you know. It could be. Wyoming's quite empty and desolate, if I remember correctly. My game crashed. This is a good time. My game just crashed. So did my My data saved. Did it not? Am I gonna go back and be back where we started at the very beginning? Have I just wasted the last how many? The last 2.5 hours. I hope you're still in the bill. You literally just like you just joined the party, mate. I hope you're alright. Jesus Christ. Oh, the autosave. Yeah, thank God for autosave. Oh, wow. Thank God for a working autosave. You're still in, okay. Aha. Yes, I accept the progress. He doesn't see traffic lights in the bill. He doesn't see traffic lights. I'll get the camera going again in a couple minutes. Why are we at night? Is it nighttime, boys? The sun was still pretty high. What's going on? Oh, wait, I'm not even in your convoy. I forgot. I need to actually join the convoy. That threw me off completely. I know. It took me a while, okay? It took me a while, but I worked it out. I'm here now, okay? Do I still have the load? I do. Wonderful. God bless this game, man. Like it just does what you need it to do at any given moment. It just does what you need it to do. Like, is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask from games in 2025? It is for a lot of developers. It just does what you flipping need it to do. Bro, literally, because you don't know what can happen. What if you just crash, or the AI bugs out and it messes your journey and it crashes your trailer and you get 100% damage or whatever and it wasn't your fault? There's got to be something to kind of be a savior. This lighting is beautiful. Oh, never mind. I'll go fuck myself. I've been like pedal to the metal by the way this entire time. My foot has been flat, trying to get up to speed. There we go. Oh, that was an ugly. That truck, those trucks here. I forgot what brand they are. They are ugly, bro. Between those trucks and the cop loper, I don't know which one I hate more. Abysmal. I don't know why the front of it curves towards the center like that. Ridiculous, man. Why can't like US truck brands just do something normal like this, for example? Just do something normal. It won't. It's not catching straight. It's not strays though. It's not something that's straight, bro. It's just that it's direct hits. I will. Listen, it's like you're in a war, right? You've got one target that you're constantly shooting, and there's one that you shoot because it deserves it. Maybe that's not the target at that moment in time, but you know it deserves to be shot, so you just shoot it, and then you go back to shooting your actual target. That's what the cop loper is. I also can't wait for Ship Simulator. Yeah, you know what, nerd? A Kenworth is a solid US truck. I don't drive one, but I don't argue. Solid. Kenworth, and then there's another one. There's the other one. I forgot its name. Is it Freightliner? That's called a T6. Oh, this is a T680, just a newer version. Freightliner and Kenworth, solid. Mack to be honest, Mac has got that old school look, but it still very much is true to like the US truck look. Solid. And then you've got that pile of crap. What you do? I don't understand. I think they tried to be innovative, or they tried to be different or unique, and it certainly is unique, but unique isn't always good. Also, what do you guys think about BYD? I'm starting to get into him low key. I need to check. I know the no, actually no, that's not the logo. I was thinking of the Mac logo. It's got an orange logo, I think. The orange is orange in color. You can get moving. I don't know if you're waiting for me, boys, but if you are, you can get moving. I'm close enough. Otherwise, just keep on going, I guess. You've got BYD buses. I did not even know they make buses. I've just been into their cars lately. I mean, nerd, if that's you know what you think it stands for, my friends, or you know, more power to you, man. Now, Peterbilt do nice trucks. I don't think it was a Peterbilt. It's got a no. Again, I'm thinking of the wrong truck. International. It's the International Lone Star. I don't know if I missed the red light cycle, but I think I'm gonna go anyway. I think I might have missed the red light cycle. A green light cycle, I mean. Yeah, International Lone Star. Of course, the name's Lone Star. No one wants to say it's lonely. Nobody wants anything to do with that. You guys better be ready for sim racing to come back full blast as well. By the way, I've been putting the work in, putting my practice in. Not doing particularly well, but got to start from somewhere. I wasn't doing particularly well last time either, but then I started improving. It's an atrocity, bro. It's an absolute atrocity. Like if someone didn't really know about US trucks, right? They only knew about the European. Like already, generally speaking, I think European trucks look better than US trucks in general. But that's not to say there are some, you know, so there are some decent looking US trucks. And if someone who only knew European trucks saw that for the first time, and that was their sort of, that was how they saw US trucks, they've committed a big crime. They've committed a very big crime with that. I'll tell you the only ugly European truck I've seen, and if you like this truck, you're gonna hate me because it seems that people that love this truck like really like it. The Scania T-Cab, and ironically it has a US style look to it, so you know, thank you for damaging me, nerd. I even get damaged when I'm literally not even in the truck, when I'm looking around. And nice to see that I can't see anything because it's nighttime, so I can see absolutely nothing. This is a really nice time to do a viewpoint. Hold on. Aren't Australian trucks just US trucks? Nerd. A mix? Okay, I haven't actually seen any like Aussie trucks. Like, I don't know. Do you guys are there any Australian truck manufacturers? Not fully Euro, not very yeah. It's somewhere in the middle. It's strange. It's strange, and I don't know. I feel like a part of me, I think, understands why people like it a lot, but it's just not for me. And you know, I'm surprised it hasn't been brought into Euro Truck. I would have thought that would have been one of the first truck DLCs, just because of how unique it is and because of its following. Hungry Jack's truck, right? Volvo and Scania are not Australian trucks. I mean, like actual like truck manufacturers, like from birth in Australia. Road trains are no joke at all. No, absolutely. They're cool, very very cool. You'll never see them in the city though, would you? No, you never see them in like built up areas. Or would you? I don't think we build trucks here, fair enough. I had no traction there. I wasn't even going that fast to be aquaplaning. Aquaplaning? Not aquaplaning. What would that have been? Just a loss of grip, I guess. Nabil, please, bro. Please. You don't know who's watching. You might have planted a seed in someone at Dovetail's brain. I don't want that. I don't want a truck sim world. Please, man. Please. To be fair, if they could do like one-to-one areas, maybe I'd be down for it. But would I take that alongside all the bugs, broken features, general laziness? Nah. So they can keep whatever ideas they might have with regards to truck sim. I want to know when SCS are going to bring buses and coaches in. That was the thing mentioned way before Road Trip. You know, nothing against Road Trip, but just saying. I was looking forward to that because there hasn't, like, if SCS can do a bus or a coach thing, even within the realms of these games, right? Just make it an addition. It would be so much better than whatever else we've got, other than obviously 3 different trucks, 3 different countries. You know what? I'm starting to even regret saying that. I wouldn't mind that. I think I would. Chipples on freeway in Sydney. Fair enough. Yeah, Fern Bus Simulator. Nice one, man. Nice one. The only good thing about Fern Bus is that it exists. Which is, even that is debatable whether it should or not. But it gives us a coach sim. Do you get it? There is no other coach sim on PC. You get a bunch of ones on mobile that are genuinely better than Fern Bus. And honestly, some of the truck sims have better features than Euro Truck. So I mean, it's, you know, it's interesting. But it's the only coach sim on PC. That's the only good thing about Fern Bus. The process of the mighty on Road Engine 6. It's sad, man. Like, we should really be having this conversation in like 2006, 2005, you know. There's no shot that we're having this in 2025. fern must come with ferns. I think there are a few ferns along the roads, yes. Oh, absolutely, Nabil. Absolutely. Because there hasn't been forward development. Ironically, that's City Car Driving Studio, I think, forward development. But there hasn't actually been forward development. There's been development, yes. They've developed different bus games and different games from Aerosoft side, and, you know, cool. But it hasn't been, I think the word begins with P. It's gone from my brain now. But just moving forward, we just haven't seen much of that. Progressive development, I think. Yeah, progressive development. There hasn't really been much of that. What boy sent me to a coma? I could really do with one, you know, I'll be honest, boys. It's just so flipping pricey, man. Yeah, honestly, Nabil, honestly. I guess Big Mac is trademarked, I think. Stay in your lane, you puppet. Get in your lane. You're not driving that big of a truck. Nerd. I'm gonna end up getting damage from that. Nice. Cheers. Very nice. Very, very demure. Very classy. I need to change my speed change keypad, I think. Okay, it makes sense to why you said it would send you into a coma. Just reading it with no context was interesting. Yes. How no cars were crossing at that time is a miracle. The fact that nobody died there. No, he's gonna say it was a green, like he did to Nabil earlier. He's gonna say it was a green. That's it. It's here for everyone to see. So I don't even need to keep like, you get it, like trying to fight my corner. The evidence is here for everyone to see. Look, it was green. Look, of course. Absolutely, man. It was green. It was. You're not wrong. See, this is the thing. You're not actually wrong. It was green, just not at the time that you crossed it. There was a time when the light was green. Absolutely. That's its job to change. It just wasn't green there. Oh, you're colorblind. Oh, okay. I don't think you should be on the road. Bro's driving a double petroleum trailer and talking about he's colorblind. I don't think he should be on the road. Bro said he's yellow 10 years ago. Technically, you're not wrong. Absolutely. It was yellow 10 years ago. It's also green and red. Yeah, he needs to swap out the drunk driver experience goggles and put on the color correcting ones. If you could buy that on like Amazon or something, I'd be down to like do like a driving stream with drunk goggles. Probably the same one where I wear a test crash dummy suit. Yeah, Nabil, wait, what? You threw me off with that question. Four of a spectrum. Oh my god. My mini wardrobe is collapsing. Please turn. Crazy, man. Even on TikTok, I received a question earlier about how to enter the giveaway. I was thinking, okay, maybe it's, you know, maybe somebody's watching on a phone, it's too small, but I can read it from here. My phone's quite a way away from me. I haven't got my glasses on, and I can read the text in the bottom left. It doesn't cost anything to read, man. Jesus Christ, I have to slam on the brakes. I don't know why it keeps leaning this way. I've put all the clothes on it to the other side. So the weight is on the opposite side and it keeps leaning this way. And it's completely collapsed. What were you doing at the service station there, nerd? 1 second, Trent. I need to have a look at this. Bro said MC Cook. Thank you very much, Marina, for liking the live. Sorry for the hold up, gents. How to enter the giveaway? You don't. I think that's just gonna be my response. How do I enter the giveaway? You don't enter it. Just stay there. Honestly, nerds, that would it would work. Let me not say anything. That's rude, but it would work. It would work. I think I might try that. Yeah, so just press Alt and F4 at the same time, and then you will automatically enter. Cheers. Why are those coppers just there? That would be too much to process. That would be too much to process. Alt and F4 is simple enough. What on earth did the speed limit change to mid-70? Whoa, hello. The screen goes black to confirm. Nice one, Nabil. Bro is bored driving alone. Where have you gone? You've just like sped up ahead. Do my eyes deceive me? What a cutie pie of a speed limit. Took a shortcut, yeah, alright. One second. No, do feel free to keep going, my friends. I've got to look into something real quick. Okay, my apologies. That should be the final one. That was quite important. Love me some 80 mile an hour action. And I love the fact that trucks can actually legally go that speed. I don't know if I'd love it if I actually lived in these regions in real life, but as it works for me in a game, I'll take it. Dark for a while, isn't it? There is a mod that aligns sunset and sunrise with reality that I think is updated on a weekly basis, which is crazy. I was using it for a while, but the issue is I was using it in winter, so it was just constantly dark, constantly, and so I removed it. Oh, but just wanted an immersive experience, you know? It was a little bit too immersive. Oh, I'm sure you can, nerd, but I like the way it is. I should use it in a summoner though. But I think I'm just going to leave as it is. I think it's a nice balance between nighttime and daytime by default.
Bound to go on.
Oh, it's a depression. Yeah, it's not the one. It's not the one. Unless it's like the beginning of Red Dead. That was pretty cool. There's no need to see me fry. We've crossed through enough desert today. We've dealt with enough heat. I should have paid attention to how hot it was. I think the temperature actually aligns with where you are. Shack train. Hopefully we get to cross over it at some point. I don't think we will though. Oh, will we? We're going over a bridge. There it is. I wonder what line it's currently on. It should catch up to us. Ah, it's getting me hidden behind the trees. For a like non-licensed railway, they've done a very good job of representing it. Bro is braking for no reason. What are you on? Train line note. Bill, how's the shortcut going? Have you gotten there yet? You said you took a shortcut last time and then I got to the place before you. I do question the legitimacy of your shortcuts. Going good? Okay, okay. Hope there's no funny business going on. No teleport in or speed in. I know you to be an honest man with honest ways. This looks like a certain part of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. Is it Need for Speed Hot Pursuit or is it Most Wanted 2012? Wait, it does also look like Need for Speed Most Wanted in 2012. I can't believe the new Most Wanted is like 13 years old. Seven and 65, I respect it. I'm doing 15 and 50, mate. What is it with this very specific car? It just randomly starts to brake. TSW will come when it will come, innit? I'll bring it back with a requester route. The next CSW stream will be requester route. An LWD classic. Anna's brother's car. What does that even mean? Why, Nabil? I'm pretty sure what it would be though if he does. Oh right, I didn't mention it the other day, didn't he? Yeah. But you know how it goes. People that mention it or want for it or call for it back, they won't be there when it does come back. Same way the people who are on those streams and request something will not be there for the request being done. C'est la vie. We just missed the train. Is that a train or what the hell is that? Something crossed over. Crossed under. Or was that my imagination? The second one, bro. You know what? I'm not even going to entertain you. You know that I know now. I haven't got anything to prove. Nothing to hide. You request a hamburger. I feel like that request might be a little bit tricky, considering playing train sim mode. Entertain, yes. Educate. No, education is done. You educated me the first time around. Khalas. Let me just do it. You just do it. Because I've had to pause the game a couple times though. That looks about the distance ahead as I've been away. Repetition is key. Why didn't you give it a fancy E? Repetition. This trailer is actually very nice. The red, it's a very nice like red. I can't get over the donkey on the side, bro. What a livery, man. What's a livery? We are struggling going up here, bro. That doesn't help my case. That doesn't help my case. That doesn't help my case. I don't know why you thought I was going to slow down there. I've got right of way, mate. See how when we were away from Nerd, there was peace? And now that we got closer to Nerd, there's chaos? What help are you in need of, Nabil? So the fire department sees me, right? I don't think you need to cover your truck in red to be seen. There's enough chaos that's caused. Truck brake check. Stage 1, fire ban, huh? Traffic viewed by television through tunnel, okay. Good for you. It's tangible. It's been like, I'm not gonna lie, the city, from what I've been reading last summer, the city's gone to crap in terms of, you know, everything's so expensive now. Yeah, it's mostly pricing. Everything's expensive there now. You go for a sandwich, you're paying a stupid amount for a flipping sandwich. It's just ridiculous. And the fact that everything is still expensive in April, it's a joke. Damn. I got an email from Google saying that my email account's going to be closed. I didn't even know I had one with them. I know I've got my LWD one of them, but I didn't know I had the personal one of them. Hey, boss. Do it. Oh, it's a woman. What about Airbnbs? Have you looked through Airbnb? Truckers, don't be fooled. What a sign. Why are we limited to 45 here? What sort of racism is this? Well, I mean, there's only one way you're gonna get experience, Nabil. Do you mean that you don't have experience with the website in general, or? I've only used it a couple of times, but it's very straightforward. You'll speak to the host, and they'll give you all the information. Let you know how to gain access to the place. If they're not going to be there themselves, which obviously makes life a lot easier. But the times that I've used it, the person hasn't been there. Sometimes they may leave their key in like a key safe. Sometimes at a shop. I mean, I know I've had friends, old friends that used it to stay in a place in Agadir, and that was fine. That was actually really, really nice. I'm sure hosts have ratings as well, so you can even see how people have rated the host. That can help with confidence in them. And it's a house, do you get it? It's much better than a hotel. In terms of, I don't know, you're in a home, you know? It feels nice, it's spacious, probably end up paying less. Obviously, you know, you got to source your own food and stuff like that, but I think it's a small trade-off. Are you referring to me, Tim? The only time I'm in the center lane is if there's the right lane is going towards an exit, or is splitting from where I need to be going, or obviously if there's somebody there I can't crash into because I'm not, you know, certain people. I mean, enjoying that you will. It would have been nice if I was there at the same time. I know pretty much how to drive around off by heart. It would have been nice to get like a rental car and properly enjoy it. But even at the main part by Playa and Medina, they're honestly there enough without even going to like, you know, specific places. I mean, the thing is, like, I've actually got, like, my family have got a house there, but right now I can't just say, you know, can't sort that out right now. You've never been there, but it won't be hard to find the proper places. I can even mark them on like Google Maps for you if you want. So hold up, fella. You're ahead of me. I'm not surprised. I feel like there are not many entries into this giveaway. Nerd, Nabil. Have you entered Tim? I think Tim's entered. I think Dan's entered. That's 4. Did ASR enter? Is ASR subbed? Okay. Oh yeah, ASR is subbed. Yeah. So I'm sure he entered as well. So that's 5. If he wins, if he wins, that's bad. And now we're thinking about it. Now we're creating thoughts. Now we're gonna end up manifesting it. You fell for it, nerds. You fell for the map nonsense. You fell for it. I get that in pro mods a lot, where for some reason I'll be rooted away.
Aha, karma.
He's not allowed to win. Well, we shall see. He won the last £50 one. He won the last £50 one. So that'll be insane if he wins another one. Maybe that's the key in the bill. Maybe that's the key. What has happened over there? No comment. Truck needs like a little bit more power. It'll be perfect. And a retarder. This is a funky looking cargo. Ah, great, of course. It was just a matter of time. Okay, I do not trust this AI traffic. It's half inside the road as well. The wheels are like digging into the road. And it keeps jumping. Whose man's is this? Why is there a bus on the highway? I just pulled into the last one. Get them to send the data over. Why am I having to pull in every time? Ridiculous. Is it actually? Can't trust you. You're lying to me. On that turn off, eh? I believe you, I believe you. Or do I? So you won't know. Just like I don't know if you're lying or not. Did you see that? No, did you see the two trucks there? Did you see the discipline with which they entered the highway in? There's a lesson to be learned there. He can't, no, dear Tim, he can't. He's incapable. Have it, you spastic.
I felt that.
Good. That was the aim. Have another one. Move. I think bro's reversing, thinking I'm still behind him. The latency is crazy. You had a drop off. I refuse to believe that. He is. Jesus Christ, he is. How far? Look, he's gonna come back and hit me. Bro, we're even. We're even. There's no need for it. We're even. Bro's speeding up behind me. We're even. We're even. That's it. What's been cheater? Oh, here the bill. What advice did you give us, Nabil? You just went off on your own. I don't know what advice you gave. I don't know where you went. Oh, he didn't flinch. He didn't flinch, the bugger. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my god. He's ruined it all. He's ruined it all. He's ruined it all. He's ruined it all. Nice. Very nice. And that is the end of ATS Convoys. Because I'm going to finish this job and get nothing for it. I'll be lucky to get a couple XP here and there. I gave you 2 very minor bumps up your rear end. Nah, Bill, it's okay. Ain't that deep. We've come all this way. I refuse to go back in time and redo. It is. I know it would be for you. I know you can't bear to have any damage. 5 minutes, I'm like, yeah, but that's the thing, it's 5 minutes. I'm gonna have to do it again. I'd rather not. 12 million, I don't want to talk, I don't want a dirty cash. I want a smooth journey, right? Where if there's any damage to be had, it would be of my own causing. I've had to dodge NPCs all over the place. The entire journey and have it topped off. 127% damage. That was what a face-off between Nerd and me had one time in Euro Truck. I think it may have been a slight exaggeration, Tim. I don't think it was literal. Nice. I like how under the stop sign they've had to write a message saying that cross traffic doesn't stop because they know nobody's really going to pay any attention to the stop sign. Nabil, you could have avenged me there. After you did a drop off, you could have gone and crashed into Nerd. Ugly ass truck. Yeah, but you're just in a truck, innit? Sorry, yeah. You're just in a truck. There's no trailer, there's no job, there's no like big financial sacrifice other than the repairs. I might have to end up paying the company for this one instead of getting paid. Yeah, I understand, mate. Trust me. Where is the... Oh, no, its name's blocking the spot. It's somewhere over there to the right. Ah, I was there on the way in. I probably could have just gone around there, to be honest, but hey, come around now. And it definitely would have been better to just continue going. Oh god. We ain't going through there. How are you not facing that way, by the way? You made 60k. How much did that make? 75. Have it. Right. That is the end of that. Thank you, Nabil, for joining us at the end there for the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, CP's in. Wait, who did I? Oh, Dan didn't enter. Dan didn't enter. CP entered, so it's Nerd, CP, Nabil, ASR, and Tim. Right. Pretty sure you guys can see that pretty clearly. Let me do my drum roll sound effect. My favorite. Have that ready. So that's it for entries. Thank you, Tim. Thank you, ASR. Thank you, Nabil. Thank you, CP. And thank you, Nerd, for joining. Well, first of all, thank you for being subscribed on Twitch. I appreciate your support. And I hope... Well, I don't hope, but I wish you all luck. It is what it is. It is what it is. I can't even like. It is what it is. I don't know if ASR's here. I don't think he is, but regardless, congratulations to ASR again for winning another £50. Can we see? So, starting from the top, starting from the most recent, ASR won the £50 one. ASR won the £50 one. Didn't ASR win a TSW DLC one at one point? I thought he won a DLC. When would they have been? At the beginning. So it's just the two £50 ones. I mean, fair enough. That's a fair enough. Congratulations, ASR. I think it was Steam last time, innit? So, yeah, I'll send that your way. And record it so that I don't get called scammer. So I'm giving you a heads up. And yeah, congratulations ASR. Thank you. Hey, it was your birthday. You know what? I can't even be mad. It was your birthday this week. So there you go. There's your birthday gift. They're going to put in resignation. It's yeah. Yeah. Congratulations, ASR. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. We'll be doing the bus tomorrow, multiplayer. I'm gonna play it today. If performance is acceptable, then cool. The stream will go ahead. But if it's just not worth playing, honestly, then I might change what we'll be playing tomorrow. Hopefully, fingers crossed, and I think most likely it will remain as the bus, but there is that small chance that it could change. So yeah, just a heads up. Thank you everyone once again. I bid you a lovely rest of your days. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, stay safe. Health is wealth. Jesus loves you all, and until next time, peace out.